I'm Andy Beningo, and I'm a stand-up comedian. I've been to some pretty cool places, and I've worked with some pretty cool people. This is my life on the road. Welcome to this week's episode of On the Road with Andy Beningo, and this week I'm way up in Juneau, Alaska. Juneau is the capital of Alaska and is one of the most unique cities in the United States, in that there are no roads connecting the city to the rest of the state. The only way in and out of town is by plane or by boat. Juneau is best known for its beautiful mountain ranges, wildlife like bald eagles and grizzly bears, and for its scenic views. The town is actually named after a Canadian gold prospector named Joe Juneau, who made the area famous during the gold rush of the 1890s. The city of Juneau is chock full of history, and one of the most historic spots is the legendary Red Dog Saloon, which has been open since the 1800s. As you can see, the saloon is still just as lively today as it was back then. And hanging on the wall of the saloon is one of Wyatt Earp's pistols. The story goes that Wyatt Earp, the famous gunslinger and marshal from Tombstone, arrived in Juneau sometime in the 1900s. Given his reputation as a gunfighter, the Juneau federal marshals demanded that he surrender his weapon while he was in town. He agreed to drop the gun off and pick it up the next morning. But apparently after a long night of partying at the saloon, Wyatt Earp woke up late and almost missed the ferry boat out of town. He decided to leave the pistol, a Smith & Wesson No. 3 revolver, behind. It now hangs proudly on the wall at the Red Dog Saloon. Wyatt Earp was the toughest guy to ever enter the saloon. That is, until this little fella moseyed on in. The saloon still serves cold drinks and great food all year round. Another great place to grab some food in Juneau is the legendary Tracy's King Crab Shack. There are 4 types of king crab: red, blue, golden, scarlet, and yes, they all taste delicious.
There it is.
Dude, this is amazing. So good. This is seriously the best thing I've ever had in my whole life. I think I'm just gonna move up here and do this for the rest of my life.
The crab are caught off the coast of Alaska in these giant fishing boats, and some of the crab fishing ships were even featured on the hit TV show The Deadliest Catch. And speaking of ships, probably the best thing to do while you're in Juneau is to go on a whale watching tour. It's cold out there, so make sure you get your official Alaska winter hat, an Alaska hoodie, and this furry man thong they sell up here called the Duke. That'll definitely keep you warm. The whale watching tours are truly amazing. You just never know what you're going to see on the open water. And only about 90 miles outside of Juneau is one of the most beautiful places in the entire world, the Glacier Bay National Preserve.
This is honestly the most beautiful place I've ever been to in my entire life. Look at this. It's incredible.
The water is so smooth here, it looks like glass. That is except for the floating icebergs you see randomly floating by.
It's absolutely freezing right now. I'm gonna go inside and warm up now.
If you like this week's show, please click the subscribe button below and you'll get notifications to upcoming episodes.